Hey folks, how you all doing? Yeah, thanks for joining me on another video. So, another plane. This is by Arrows Hobby. It's the L39 Albatros 50mm. Comes with the Vector included. So it's plug and play. You've probably heard of Arrows before because I did their Viper not so long ago, which went both well and bad, but you know, learning experience and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this plane together, we're going to get it all set up, hopefully take it out for a flight. Now I did want to do this outside because it's nice and sunny outside, however it's very blustery and the wind was causing things to fly around. This is a very light plane. I don't want to break it on my unboxing and group fixing, so that's why we're kind of doing it in here. So now, you're thinking, why the hell should I watch a video of someone putting a plane together who's a noob? I could just go and watch an expert like Brian Phillips or Fat Guy Flies RC or some of the other guys. Yeah, absolutely true, and that's probably what I would do as well. However, this build is from a perspective of a newbie, right? I ain't been flying that long. I've only been flying for about a year. I mean, my first plane was, I think it was June last year, and that was the QF008 Boeing 787. So I've not been flying long. And actually, I got interested in planes the year before when I went to a friend's house. And when I went to his house, he had a bunch of 3D printed planes all over his lounge. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. I'd love to fly one of those. He actually gave me one. I got it home, I got all the servos, I got the controller. I got a cheap controller off Amazon. I think it was a FlySky. And the day I was supposed to take it out for a flight, he rang me and said, yeah, don't fly it. I says, why? He says, because it's shit, it'll just crash. so I didn't fly it. I just left it. It's sitting on top of a shelf somewhere. And then I sold the controller and didn't think about it again. But then I saw a video like 8-9 months later, and I think it was RC Sailors, and it's like, this plane is for a beginner, it's indestructible, this, that, and that. That kind of like perked my attention. I was like, what, indestructible? What do you mean? And it was a tiny little Boeing, and the guy was bending the wings, he was bending the fuselage, and it just wouldn't break. So I thought, yeah, that's probably the best way to go. Now, I do have a flight simulator, granted, yeah, but it's not the same. Yeah, sure, you can go on there and do some practicing, but it's like playing a game. You know there are no consequences of if you crash, right? Whereas when you're out in the field, you got the wind against you, you got the people, and you're in the air and you're flying. There's the whole adrenaline going, and it's like, yeah, if I crash this, that's it, mate, I'm gone. Depending on the plane that you're flying, of course. But when I was flying that Boeing, I crashed it a dozen times, over a dozen times, and although they said it was unbreakable, I did break a pretty soft, but it was non-functional. It was just a part of the, superficial. But even that, I was just able to just glue it back on and fly again. I think I did loads. I think I spent like 3-4 days just out there flying. It came with 2 lipos, so they lasted quite a long time. But that's what got me into it. And then I think the following month, I got the Kutai A505 Cub J5, and that was like a top wing plane. And I flew that for like days and days and days. And then I got into it, then obviously there's loads of other planes, the Warbirds, the Volantex planes and series and so on and so on. And then I got onto the bigger planes. So I've got the Arrows Hobby Viper, which I flew a few weeks ago, or well, longer than that ago. I got this one, I've got another plane. Oh, those of you that are wondering what happened to the Flyfans K8, I'm still waiting on parts for that. I've got the lipo. They sent the wrong one out. They sent me a 4S. I needed a 6S a day. You sent me the wrong one. All right, fine, keep that one. We'll send you another one. So bonus, you know. Not mind waiting if you get a free lipo out of it. I'm still waiting on the receiver. I think that is in the shop. I need to go and pick it up. So I need to put that one together, but I thought in the meantime, let's put this one together because I've got all the bits and so on and so on. So I'm gonna try and not make this video too big. I don't want it to be too long. I know I start rambling sometimes, and if I do start rambling, hit that like button and I'll stop. If I continue to ramble, then hit that subscribe button, nuclear option, and then I'll probably stop rambling. Okay, right, cheers. So let's open it up. Box came a bit damaged. Obviously it's come from China. I don't mind waiting. In this country, I think this is about 140 pounds. I got it for 98 pounds with delivery, with the Vector. I think in this country, if you buy it from a shop, not all of them come with the Vector. Okay, so that's the gyro system. So it's like AS3X and safe on the Spectrum receivers. So with this, it's a 4 channel. It's only 4 channels. So you got your ailerons, your elevator, your thrust, and you need one channel to control the vector. So you've got your three modes off: stabilization and optimized. Okay, so optimized is like AS3X, which keeps it just, you got full control of the plane, but it's like got wind mitigation. And your stabilization mode is like safe. It's beginner mode. It doesn't let you flip the plane over or crash or anything like that. Okay, so yeah, so you only need a 4-channel receiver for this. So yep, let's do it. I've not even opened this yet. So we'll have a look. I mean, there's loads of stuff on here that you can have a look at, but you can just go online and have a look, to be honest. Now, these planes, a lot of the people run it on 4S. I've heard people saying that they run it on 4S, but I'm a bit scared to run it on 4S. I don't want an explosion or a fire anywhere. So what we got here, we have, manuals and stickers. Oh yeah, right, okay. So you've got different countries that you can use to decide what, well, I guess you can use the different country stickers. I think I'm probably going to go for the brightest ones, because the plane's blue and silver. It's going to be hard to see in the air against the blue and grey, well, probably the grey background of the UK. So I need something bright. We'll have a look at that later. Okay, so these should be already cut. Yep. Z wings. Oh, that's not good. Look at that. That'll need taping up. Yeah, that's not good. I might get some clear tape and put some tape on there. So you got your wings and your aileron servo leads. Put that to one side. And the next piece is, we have our tail piece. This will need to be glued, so I will glue it. And then we'll have to come back, I guess. You got a nose piece? Oh, that's a new one. Well, I guess it's so long that they need to keep the box a certain size, right, to keep it cost effective. And we have the fuselage. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah. Servos in there, ECs there. Ooh, that's just like lying about. Is that supposed to be like that? I'm not sure. Won't these get in the way of the cables? I'm guessing not, if they must know what they're doing. Yeah, I'll have to check on that. Oh god, these cables. I had to do this on my other one as well. This, so what you've got is on the power lead, there is a sticker on it, and it just gets in the way. I can't get that with my finger. There you go. I'm just going to chop it off. I don't need to know that. There we go, see? Let's get some scissors and chop that off. I don't need it. Yeah, I think someone else, I remember seeing someone else complain as well, but on my Viper I didn't get that. But I think I bought my Viper in the UK. I didn't buy it from abroad. So there you go, take that off, don't need it. Push that back in. Let's have a look inside. Pull the tag off, and here is the power cable, I'm guessing. Is it gone? There it is. Is that as far as it goes? Yep, that is as far as it goes. There's another wire here, a single wire, okay? That also goes to the ESC. I'm not sure if you can see that, it's just there, right? There's a single wire there. Now that is for thrust reverse, which I saw on the Viper as well. I was like, what the hell is that single wire for? And I didn't think twice about it because I wired it up as what the manual said. But I saw a few other videos and they said that is for thrust reverse. Although I don't know why you would need thrust reverse on a hand toss plane. I mean, you'd need it on one that's got wheels and or a landing gear and lands on the ground, I guess. But there you go. And maybe that's just a function of the ESC. So there is the vector system. It's just here. And these are, so I'm guessing everything's plugged in. So these are the wires that are going to go to the receiver. We have S-bus that controls your vector, a throttle, elevators and ailerons, and this I need to plug into the bottom wing when I put it on. Alright, well let's get this done. Probably need to do the wings first, and then I'll need to glue the bottom on, and then I might need to come back to you because the glue is going to take a bit of time to settle in. Anything else? Oh yeah, sorry, and a bag of hardware, which is just 4 screws. So I think, is it 4 screws? Yeah, so 4 screws to put the wing on. The receiver we're using is this one. It's the Spectrum. I've got a Spectrum unit. This is a 4-channel receiver, the AR410. the 3S LiPo that I'm going to be using, and my controller, which I have, is the IX12. Right, let's do it. Now, like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to try and do it quickly. He says. So let's put all of this away. So there's nothing else in there. Nope. Don't need this anymore. Put that to one side. Right, yeah, so 4 screws to put the thing. I really could do with a plane stand, you know. Might have to bring this over so I can rest it on it. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a plane stand. Someone did say you need a plane stand, but I don't really think of twice of it. Right, as long as you can see that there. So what we need to do is we need to feed these wires through and then screw it in. And I'm guessing we need to feed them through here. Well, why don't I feed these ones through and then we can... no, I need to feed these ones through. Do I? See if I can feed these ones through. And then I can connect them up at the same time. Yeah, that's probably better. If I feed these through. So you've got to be careful of the wires, like this one I'm worried about that it's going to catch on the elevator wire, but I'm guessing not, they must have thought it through. So let's connect these ones up. So we got, just make sure that it's going the right way. So orange at the top. And make sure it clips in. And again, orange at the top. And make sure these clip in, right? So that's done. And we're going to push these through to there so they don't get in the way of the servo. And this is the tricky part, because you got to make sure it's not going to catch on the servo, because you'll be flying along and all of a sudden it'll just get stuck and you'll be like, shit, why can't I go up and down? I'm guessing that's the right way. Yep, that is. So something's in the way. There's that. Got to make sure the wires are going through and not getting caught. Something's jamming in there. Maybe it's just me. Right. Right, let's open this bag of screws. So you only need 4 screws, they've sent us 5, which is nice of them, because idiots like me will probably drop one. Okay, let's drop this one in first. Just want to make sure there's nothing catching in there. No, definitely nothing catching in there, so let's screw this one in. No, good purchase on there. Now you've got to be careful with these foam planes. If you screw it down too far, it's going to rip out. That's gone in well, I'm happy with that. Right, we'll do the opposite one over here. And the other thing as well, got to be careful that you don't slip, because this is just foam, right? It's going to go straight through it. That's fine there. And then we're going to do this one. Yeah, I think that's as tight as it's going to go. And the last one, that's going well so far. Don't say that. You're going to screw it up in a minute. You're going to jinx it. For a horrible moment there, I thought I had it the wrong way around, but I just looked at the flaps and they're at the back. Yeah, double check, guys, double check. Right, that's all on. So let's have a look. Oops. Yeah, that looks nice. Ooh, yeah, that does look nice. So what we need to do now is plug these into the let's pull this one through here. I could possibly shove these wires on the back because there's nothing there. They should be out of the way. Receiver, where are we going to locate the receiver? Let's get it out. Now the good thing about these receivers is that there is no aerial on it, and it's a simple case of pushing the button to bind. Really easy. It's just long. So we need to try and get, well, to get the battery in, we need it to be, I may put it here at the top, just there. But I need to see if I can fit the top on. Let's have a look. Yeah, sweet. We can put the receiver there. Oh yeah. So let's plug this in, and the wires can just be put down the front. So, right, now I need my controller because I need to know which way it's going to go. Right, I might cut this out if it takes too long. Does this flashy washy dance and stuff? Do I need these instructions now? Right, there we go. Let me just move this way. Right, can't be letting you see my lock screen. Go into the Spectrum app. Now this is a digital controller and this has the touchscreen on it on the iX12s. I did used to have, I originally started off with a Fly Sky when I did that plane, and let my friend 3D printed for me, but it really was terrible. I just didn't like it. I didn't get on with it at all. So then I got a Spectrum NX7E. That was great. It was a budget range, but what I found with that is that for some of the audio alerts, it beeped. It didn't actually give you a verbal audio alert, and I had to keep looking down a lot. So then I exchanged that one with a friend for this one. I mean, this is brand new. It's still got the thingies on. The only thing that he did do was push this button in. So we did a kind of like a swap with a little bit of money. So it's fair dues. Right, so here we go. So now I've already got it set up to the Albatros because I was setting it up yesterday. So when you create a new model, basically, right, now what I've done is, the Viper is the same plane as this, very similar. So I've just copied the Viper across, changed the picture and looked at everything else and make sure it's all okay. So when you do set it up, one of the things you need to do is you set your dual rates and your throttle cut. So my throttle cut is already set, it's on here. Engine on. Engine on. The reason why you have that is probably more for prop planes, because if you don't want to accidentally hit the throttle while the throttle's on and be in a nasty accident. For jet planes, not as bad, I guess. I've also got the dual rate set up. So the way I've got it set up is, I mean, there's different. Everybody does it differently. Okay, so for me, low rates are 80% rates and 30% expo. I got 30% expo across everything. Then you got 90% rates. And then you got 100%, but everyone's different. These worked for me on the Viper. If I need to change them, I can. Okay. 80% rate. Okay, so those are the two things that I set up yesterday, and I also set up this button here. So this button here safe mode is set up ASX to control the vector, because that's, if you're flying, you can keep your finger on it, and as soon as you start going, oh shit, my plane's about to crash, you can just hit it into safe. Okay, so that's why I've put it on there. So that's on. What we need to do is plug in the plane, right. So what I needed to know was where we need to connect it all. So if we go to the monitor, we got throttle in 1, aileron in 2, elevator in 3, rudder is in 4. We don't have a rudder, so in 4 we're going to plug in the SB bus to control the vector. Okay. So if we bring the plane back over, So one is going to be on this side. So it's a 4-channel plane, but there are 5 connectors. The first one is a battery. We don't use that one, okay? So the first one is going to be throttle. This one here. And let me just see which way it goes around. It's got markings on there, which is the negative and positive, but throttle, then ailerons. It's a shame it doesn't come with the other one. The AR620 had little marks on the receiver. Come on. Elevator. Come on. And the S-bus. At least it stopped beeping. And that is why you do it with a Noob, right? So let's have a look. Hey, we've got it. So elevators are moving, ailerons are moving. Are they the right way around? Let's have a look. So if I go left, it's the right way around.
100% race.
So if I go to the left, the right wing should go down, and likewise if I go to the right, the left wing should go down. And do we have power? Throttle cuts on. And we have power. Awesome.
Timer reset.
Let's reset the timer. So yeah, that's that done. I think just need to check to see if the safe mode is on.
ASX3 off.
So that's off, so it should not move at all. Yep.
Safe mode.
So if we turn this upside down, it will try to correct itself, and there we go. The quickest way for it to correct itself is this is slightly down, so it's going to use this one to push it down and come back up. So if we go that way, yeah. So that's definitely AS3X mode. You can hear it. And if we go into AS3X mode, which is stabilized mode, you can still hear it, but if you go upside down now, it's not going to correct itself the right way because it's giving you full control. So it's a bit of stabilization, but it still allows you full control of the plane. Fan dabby dozy. Right, so what I need to do is, does this need gluing on, or does it just go on? I think this needs gluing on as well, but I might just leave it on like that. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go away and glue this together, and then we're going to come back and do the wiring for this. So this is going to go just here. I'm going to fit it right in there like that. I'll put the wiring down below. Then we're going to set up the CG, which is the center of gravity, to make sure that's okay. So I need to mark those out, and I will come back for that. The other thing we need to do is the LiPo battery. Now, if you look in the inside there, it's got a bit of Velcro. I don't really use the Velcro. I don't like it on my batteries. It's just annoying. So what we're going to use is this. Actually, if we can just open this up. Take this off. Actually, that's a bigger bit of tape. But basically what I'm going to do is, this is non-slip kitchen liner, right? You put it under rugs and stuff to stop the rugs from slipping. So what you do is you put that down the bottom. So I'm going to get another piece, put it onto here, put it along there, and then the LiPo doesn't move around and the strap is enough to keep it in place. So let me go away and get the tail on, get the tail glued on. Then we will check all the control surfaces to make sure that they're flat. And then once they are flat, get the wire sorted out, get this thingied in, and then we're kind of ready to fly, man. The weather in the UK at the moment is, today is a nice day. I was hoping to get this done yesterday or the day before, but I just ran out of time. So yeah, as you can see, the weather is not great, but hopefully I'll get it out on Sunday morning. We will see. Anyway, I'll be right back after I've so with this, it's going to go that way. So these horns need to go on the bottom like that, but there's no screws for this, so you do need to glue it in. I'm not going to show you that. So basically all I've got is got some foam to foam glue. I'll put some on here, and then I'll put some over here as well, put that in place and let it, and I'll need to give that a couple of hours for it to dry, and then we will sort out the connectors to make sure that they're straight, that the elevators are straight, and then we'll do the rest of this. All right, so I will be back in a bit, and don't go anywhere. All right. Right, okay, so we're back. So what I have done is glued the nose cone on, and I've done the rear as well. I didn't want to do it on video because I get glue everywhere and then I start end up cursing, and that's something you definitely didn't want to hear me do. Okay, so what we got left to do, we need to put the receiver in. Now originally I was going to put it up here, but then I'm thinking this wire is already short as it is, and then for it to have to come over the top is going to be a pain. So what I'm going to do is going to fit it sideways down here. So I need to get some tape on it first. So I use my standard double-sided VHB tape. So I'll get some off of here. I think the location is quite tight anyway, so it should pretty much get jammed in there and not move, so it should be okay. And there's less wires to deal with as well. So if I put that on there, push that down. Now, as always with this double-sided tape, you do have to leave it to cure for at least 24 hours. I don't think I'm going to be flying in 24 hours due to the weather, so it should be okay. There we have it. Booyah. Okay, so there is a space in there. I'm going to put it in there, so I push that in there. It looks like there isn't space, but there is. Just make sure the wires don't get caught up. Lift that up a bit. So we need it to sit on that ledge. That's it. Push that against the back. And there we have it. Okay, all nicely in, and these wires can just sit like that here. I might zip ties these. Yeah, I'm gonna zip tie them. I'll get some zip ties. So yeah, I'm just gonna zip tie these together so that they're nice and neat. There you go, perfect. Right, that's done. So, shelf liner next. So this is what we're going to be using. So this is the Velcro from it, and we're going to put this on top there. I think that might have cut it a bit too wide. Should it just fit? Yeah, it's a bit too wide, so I need to trim some off the side. Okay, so done that. So all we're going to do is going to stick that down on there, and then we're going to stick that onto there. Okay, so more sticky stuff to take off. There it comes. Stick this into the middle there. Now some of the glue does sometimes come through onto your lipos, but it's better than having Velcro on your lipos. I hate doing that. I think for Rossa we have to, it's a requirement that your lipos are not only tethered with this battery straps, but they've got to also have dual lock on them as well. Yeah, looks okay. Shelf line is on, so we can stick a battery in. We need to work out the CG, and I think the CG is it should be on the box somewhere. I'll have a look at it in a minute. Let me just stick my controller on. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put a lipo in, and then we need to work out the CG. Okay. So lipo in there. Why doesn't this move? bad design. Looks like it. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's in. Don't need to turn it on. That's in. So now we need to do the CG, and that is, it'll be on the box. And it's 40 to 45 millimeters from the leading edge. Okay, so we're going to use this digital caliper. So 40 first. Or thereabouts, that should be close enough. And it's from this leading edge. So about there. And then 45, which is about there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark them. And what I do is I mark them with this silver pen. And I put dimples in them so that I can feel them, because you have to do with the low wing planes, you mark them on top, and with the high wing planes, you mark them on the bottom. Okay, so we need to do the same with the other side. So we'll do the 45 first. Just trying to make sure it's the right place, the same place. So. And then 40, thereabouts. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, I hope that's right. Looks about it. There. Cool, so let's check it, see if it's balanced. And to do that, I might need to move this back a bit. We're going to feel the bumps. The battery's in. See, with that, you should be able to feel the bumps. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, there it is. So that battery, that's too far nose heavy, so that battery is far too going forward. So we need to pull the battery and put it back a bit. Oh yeah, that is definitely far too forward. Probably about there. Let's try it there. Yeah, still slightly low. Am I on the right holes? There. Can't feel those bumps. Oh, there we go. So that, slightly nose heavy, but that's good. You want it to be nose heavy rather than tail heavy. Tail heavy planes fly once, as they say. Oops, there you go. So tail heavy planes fly once, and nose heavy planes fly many times, or is that how they say it? But anyway, there you go. So if you see there, it's leaning. Let me move that back a bit. Oh, now I need to find the holes again. There you go. So it's slightly nose heavy, which is what you want. Cool, so that's done. All we need to do now is set up the rear elevator and make sure all the levels, all the surfaces are set. So I'll plug this in. I hope it doesn't blow up. Let it do its thing. I'm going to do a little dance. Okay, so let's just check the elevators. Down should be out, and that is the right way around. So they are the right way around. We just now need to, I'm going to put the cover on. We need to connect the cubicles, but we need to set the safe to off.
ASX 3 off.
Okay, So these we want them on the in the middle, I think. On the bottom one. Okay, so slip these down, and that's way too far, and that is not going to fit. So what we're going to have to do is adjust it from the inside, and I hope I don't have to take the wing off to do it. I might have to. Yep, looks like I'm going to have to take the wing off to do it, because the servo for that is underneath there. I wish I'd checked it before. There you go, one of those things. So if you look here, you only have this much. You only have a certain amount that you can screw it out. I might try. Let's try it. See if I can get it to fit. So we need to screw them out. So that's this way. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough. Still got a way to go, far to go. I've got a feeling they're about to come off here. One of those things, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not, and this is definitely not right, so I'm going to screw this back into where it was, and we're going to have to adjust it on the servo. It's a shame you can't get to it from here, from this hole. Right, let's get a screwdriver, take the wing off. Something that should have been checked before, I guess, but I didn't. Okay. Take these screws out. Lucky I didn't glue the bloody wings on, right? That's all the fun of it. I mean, when I did my Arrows Viper, it was perfect. I didn't have to adjust anything. I didn't have to move anything. I just clipped it in and Bob's your uncle, man. It was fine. But this one is different. And I think I saw a few people online have to change it as well. So, you know. Guess it's just one of those things. And now they're doing it in the factory. But as a noob, or if you're coming from a complete noob, then probably something good for you to know. Because I've actually had to do it on another plane, but it wasn't a jet plane. It was one of the ready-to-run planes. The Volantex Corsair 500, I had to do it on there. Okay, so how do we do it? So this is what controls them, the elevators. So we need to open that screw a bit and then push them out. So, get our X driver. Near the edge, tighten them up. Come on. That should be tight enough. And re-put the wing on. Making sure the wires are all in properly. There you go. Sorry, I still have a cold. I always have a cold. I do wish I'd checked this earlier though. Well, it's good because like next time I do a plane like this, I have got another Arrows Hobby plane. It's a Bear Hawk, which I haven't got ready yet. Actually, these electronics were meant for that, but this one looks so cool. I thought, let me fly this one first. The Bayhawk is pretty much the same as the Viper. This one's slightly different. It's got that longer nose. Okay, 2 more left. The wind has stopped outside. I could have taken it outside, but I've already had all the bits here. And that's what I meant about being careful about poking the plane. Just got a little bit of a thing there, but it's alright, it's not bad. It's foam, so it should just go back to normal. Yeah, it has done. Right, so plenty of thingy now, so we just need to bring them out a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, what we're checking is this bit here. This should be perfectly flat, and that one is. So push that together, slide the holder on, and do the other side. Again, slide that one down and screw it out. Do need to be careful with these because they can break. Okay, that one is slightly down, so it needs to come out a bit more. Do 2 turns. Nope, too much. Half a turn it in. You would not believe how important this is, guys. It really is important to make sure your control surfaces are absolutely flat. Yeah, perfect. Slide it over. Right, so can't show you, as best as I can show you is there. Is this flat? That's flat. And the ailerons are flat. So we'll put the battery in and make sure everything else lines up in the neutral position. Battery does need to be quite forward, back. Let it do its checks. Those are the checks. Okay, so let's check ailerons. Now, best way to test this is to put the plane facing away from you. Okay, that's what I was told because it's easier to see. So let's put it away from us. Should be able to see that. I'll just make sure. Yeah, okay, so rudder up. Sorry, rudder. So I'm pushing my stick down, and the rudder should go up. So that means the plane's going to go like that. And rudder up is to go down, and rudders. Sorry, the stick up, rudders go down. That means it's going downwards. I'm confusing myself. So for the ailerons, if I push left, the right aileron should go down, and the left aileron should go up. And on the other way, going right on the aileron stick, the left aileron should go down and the right aileron should go up. So if you think of the wind coming over that, right, it's the way it's flying, that's pushing this wing down and that wing up, so it's going to go that way to the right, and that's basically how you do it. So let's just check the safe mode.
Safe mode.
So turn it over, it should correct itself. Oops, sorry. Yep, there you go. It's correcting itself whichever way it can. And Likewise with the elevator, if it's going too far up, that's moving up and down as well. Great. And we've then got optimized mode.
ASX3 mode.
And these are flat, and we should have still some stability, but nothing when you turn it upside down. And I think the CG is still perfect. Let me just check. Might need to make those holes slightly bigger because I can't feel them. Yeah. Slightly nose down, it's fine. I need to fix this tape. I need to find something to stick on the top of that. I don't want it coming off, especially when you're landing in the grass. So there you have it. This plane is ready to set up and ready to go. All I need to do is find a nice day. Ooh, is that coming off? Thought I glued it on. All I need is a good day, and we will take that out for a fly. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun for me, obviously. Talking to yourself whilst you're doing it on video kind of reminds you of steps that you need to do. Obviously, this is probably the second big jet that I've done. So the first one was the Arrows Viper. The other planes that I've had have kind of been ready to fly. You just have to put them together. I did do the flight test adventure, which I had to put which was set up similarly. You had to put your receiver in and set it all up and that so on. So, but it wasn't a jet plane. It was a propeller plane, and it flies quite. It's a park flyer, so it flies quite slowly, not as fast as one of these guys. So yeah. So the next time you'll see this plane is in a video and it'll be out flying. And hopefully that'll be soon. Oh, I need to put the stickers on, don't I? So I'm probably going to put the stickers on offline. I think I may go for... I'm going to go for the brightest ones I can so that I can see the plane. Where'd you open it? Oh. So this is the sticker sheet. Something that's bright so I can see it in the air. These look good. And these also look good. I think I might go for the red ones. I don't know. It's hard to see. Hard to decide. I might go for these. What was that? Lithuania, I think. I can't remember. Yeah. But the blue and the yellow. I don't know about the blue and the yellow. I think I actually might go for these ones. At least they'll be bright enough to see in the air. But these are slightly bigger. Anyway, I'll do that off screen. You'll see that on the next video. So thanks for watching. Please do comment, and if you want to know anything more, or if you need any help with a plane that you're doing, please do subscribe. You'll be watching this plane fly. And until next time, fly it like you mean it, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.